Video 3. Customization with the Part Editor. Part 1. How to use the Part Editor to turn components on or off, pose details, switch colors, and more. The Part Editor appears when you select an object that has one or more customization options. These options are broken down into a few main types. Type 1. Toggle a simple stationary attachment. This lets us turn a part of the object on or off without any other alterations. One example is this Add or Remove Wires option. Clicking the button will show green rectangles in every location of this type. Click on a rectangle to turn the object on or off. In this case, you are toggling a conductor and its attachments. Type 2. Toggle a complex stationary attachment. This is similar to the previous type, but also has a state you can switch. This can be explained by looking at open or close switches. Click the button and select one of the green rectangles. A pop-up will appear at the bottom of the screen. You can click the I button to turn the object on or off, but you can also use the arrows to switch states. In this example, the disconnect switch can be set to open or closed. Type 3. Toggle a moving attachment. These can be turned on or off, but can also be moved or rotated, depending on the object. Let's take a look at Add or Move Neutral. Click the button and select one of the green rectangles. A pop-up will appear at the bottom of the screen, as well as the I for showing or hiding the object. We can also have a move icon, rotate icon, or both. This example only has a move icon. Clicking it opens a new panel with a slider, which will let you move the object along that axis. Type 4. Switch Attachment. Similar to the toggle, it lets you switch between the two or more different options or attachments, but does not require selection of green rectangles like before. On this vehicle, there are two types of switchable attachments. The first is Switch Support Legs. You will notice yellow stars appear, which help you see the items being switched. You can use the arrows on the bottom pop-up to switch between extended and retracted legs. The second is Switch Boom Attachments. You can choose from several different attachments, such as an auger and three-phase lift. Type 5. Change Color. Allows you to change color of some part on the object. Unless there is more than one piece with different color options, a generic Change Color button will appear. You can use the radio buttons in the bottom pop-up to choose the color you want, then click the check mark when satisfied with your selection. Type 6. Pose Structure. Some objects have a lot of customizability because of details that can move, stretch, and rotate. When you choose a Pose button, a helper pop-up will appear at the top of the screen, as well as colorful shapes at posable parts of the selected object. Those shapes will have the letter M for move, R for rotate, or M and R for both. Let's look at one of them as an example. Clicking on the R icon gives rotation gizmos for that part. Notice how in this case, only one of the lines is colored. This means you can only rotate along that axis. Click on the red line and drag the mouse down to rotate one way and up to rotate the other way. You can click the Done check mark or press the Escape key to return to the main pose layout. This time, let's choose the M icon. Once again, only one axis can be moved. In some cases, like this wire tong hot stick, there is a specific range past where you cannot move the stick end. This is meant to help maintain a specific length for some objects. If you were to hover over this object in the item catalog, you would see that it's set to a range between 8 and 12 feet. Not all poses will have these kinds of restrictions. This triple sheave block, for example, has options for moving and rotating. In both cases, all three axes are available without limit. Type 7. Extend Object. This is similar to posing, but usually includes custom logic. Let's take a look at the two main examples you might encounter. The first is used for the flag line. Clicking the button will show a pop-up with an input field and slider. Increasing that value will extend the length of the flag line and dynamically create flags at regular intervals. Another example of this custom editor is found in the simple wire tong poles. Because these poles are very basic, you are able to extend them without using the pose tool. The info box in the item catalog states that the short version of the pole starts at 4 feet in length with a range between 2 and 9 feet. When you look at the extension pop-up, it shows a value of 4 with a slider from 2 to 9 feet. This means you can use this pop-up to scale the pole to an exact length. This was part 1 of the Part Editor help video. Watch part 2 to learn about adding limits of approach or minimum approach distances and customizing characters.